All right, guys. Today I'm joined by Dante, Chris, the force behind a couple different agencies, and one of them being ImpactWorks, which is a boutique digital agency, and Rocket Local, an AI first marketing platform, which he launched a few years ago. Dante, you're also a serial entrepreneur. Sounds like you have a ton of marketing tech experience. I'm excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here as well. Thank you very much, Chris.
Of course, no problem. Thanks for coming on. Jumping straight in, you're currently running two agencies, is that correct?
That's correct. ImpactWorks and Rocket Local AI. So ImpactWorks, I started a while ago, like 15, 20 years ago. And Rocket Local AI, I just started in 2000.
It's hard enough to run one business, one agency. How are you managing?
I'm leveraging AI in both agencies. So it's a little bit simpler to do it that way because it like cuts down on like the stuff that I actually need to do personally. So we have a lot of systems set up that are automated that kind of go through like the outreach and stuff like that. And I have a team of developers that I work with too.
Wow, super cool. And what would you say has been the biggest growth lever that's helped you as you're scaling these agencies over the years?
Man, really just like personal relationships and just getting to know, like networking events actually helped a lot, like in-person networking events. I was part of a networking event called Network for Entrepreneurs in Wilmington, and newilm.com is the website address. But at that time, my roommate Jim actually started that in a angel investment fund. So I started going to the new events and I met a bunch of people there that are really good that actually asked me to come on and actually do projects with them.
So good old fashioned networking.
Yeah, man, in person too.
In person. Yeah, yeah. So how has that changed today and where you're at today and how you focus on growing the business today?
Now it's more like just outreach with like email outreach and just like traditional marketing, like digital marketing. I'm actually getting a lot of traction with that. I'm having some real luck with cold emails. So we're using a couple different systems. So it's actually a numbers game, to be honest with you. It's depending on like per every email, like you have a 1% open rate. Our open rates are usually like 15-20%, which is really good.
Wow. And who are your ideal clients? Who do you really enjoy serving?
Small to mid-sized businesses, typically in the service areas. So like roofers, contractors, lawyers, accountants, like anybody that does like service-based business is what we focus on.
Right? And what are the different services that you offer these small and medium businesses?
We offer AI web chat. We offer a bunch of different outreach via AI. We offer AI voice receptionists. We offer AI content helper. We're about to come out with an AI sales coach that'll actually sit in on your meetings and then critique them for you, which is not a new thing, but it's a new thing to us. So we're going to be releasing that soon. And that's all the most popular stuff that we do.
Got it. It's interesting that you mentioned sales coach because I know having some experience doing lead gen for local businesses, you can bring all the leads in the world, but if they don't have the ability to convert them, book meetings, and or close the business, it can be challenging. Is that why you're looking into the AI sales coach?
Yes, because it is hard to convert and close. So a lot of people don't know they could approach it from a different angle and have a better result, or just say something different at a different time. And this AI will go through and critique your meeting and actually give you really good feedback and result and notes on what you should do next.
Wow, that's powerful. I'm so curious about this. Are you guys implementing it currently, like inside of your businesses or client businesses? Like, have you done a pilot on it?
We're implementing it internally and we're going to roll it out in a couple months. It's we've really enjoyed of just seeing how it comes back and what critiques it has.
I'm excited to learn more. Keep me in the loop
Oh
as you're
well.
launching that. And so curious for other agency owners that are listening that are trying to hit that seven, multi-six, multi-seven, even eight-figure range. For you, there's always that point where sales, service delivery, operations, is at capacity. How are you able to navigate that? And
Through our lead acquisition channel, we can dial it in or dial it back as we need clients or anything or something. And then also with AI, like AI is helping out with a lot. So whereas we would have to hire 2 new people, now we're just letting AI pick up a lot of that slack.
So you guys are leveraging AI to make your current team more powerful.
Yes. Yeah. We're eating our own dog food, if it makes any sense.
No, that makes total sense. I think so many marketing agencies out there, they preach marketing, yet they're not running paid. They're not eating their own dog food. There's a lot. I think there's a lot out there. So that's very cool. What are, as you're growing the agent, what are some of the recent hires or that you had to make, or like those on your team that you've moved or created space using AI, created space for them to step into additional roles?
Mostly like social media managers and content creators. We're not using those people anymore. We've actually started doing a lot of it, just prompting and whatnot, and getting the information that way. And then as far as hires, more sales, more salespeople, more salespeople.
Hiring salespeople is definitely something I think that a lot of agency owners have a love-hate relationship with. It sounds like you're open to it.
Oh yeah. If I come across somebody and I know that they're an excellent, I would buy something from them, then I'm impressed.
Yeah. So for agency owners out there that are starting to grow and they're scaling, but they don't think that somebody else could sell their product or their sell as good as they can themselves, what would you say for those guys?
Oh, man, I would say let go of the reins and let somebody else try it, and you'll be surprised. Just keep faith in people, and not everybody. A lot of people have that sort of like narcissistic, like I nobody can do it better than me attitude, which I admit I've had that in the past, but I let go and allow people to do what they do best.
What was like a specific example of where you felt like that and then somebody in and was able to have them produce amazing results for you?
My growth partner Jose is one of them. Cut that out.
That's the question again.
Yeah.
What is a specific example where you felt like it would be challenging for somebody else to do client acquisition as good as you could, but you were able to bring somebody in and replace yourself?
I have a new hire that I brought in that I had no idea, and he came from a company called Westfax, and I had no idea how good a salesperson he was until I said, sell me on something, and he sold me on it. And I was like, okay, dude, you're hired.
Wow, that's cool. Show me this pen, like the Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. Dante, I'm curious, like, where are you looking to take the agency in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years? What's the ultimate goal here?
Considering with AI, everything changes like every 2 weeks or every week. I can't even think out that far, man. It's crazy. Maybe acquisition, if because I think like other AI companies are going to see what, especially Rocket Local is doing, and want to talk to me about what's going on.
So potential acquisition. All right.
Hey, man,
Very cool. And I guess speaking of some of the clients that you serve with Rocket Local, I know that client retention is it's a huge factor. It's a sticking point for a lot of agency owners. How have you been able to solve that and retain clients long term?
We have a platform called Launchpad. It reduces the churn if it looks at trends and sees what people are doing, and then preempts people like wanting to find somebody else to do what we do. And it sends out emails, and it keeps us in touch with everybody. Touching the client like at least once or twice a month, and just having a meeting with them and understanding how's their experience with our products and all that stuff is very key to actually keeping clients. Because if not, then they're like, what are they doing? Months will go by and you don't talk to anybody, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. I feel like you cannot over communicate, at least from the agency to the client.
No, you can't at all. Yeah.
Cool. I'm curious, Dante, because you've been in this space for how long now? Over almost 20 years, 15 to 20 years?
15 for 20 years.
Areas of life that you've had to master outside of business.
Oh, empathy. Just because when you have employees, you have to empathize with in certain situations. Openness, as far as I'm not the end all be all, like I'm not the only one that can do this sort of mentality. I had to change that a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Empathy seems to be a really interesting skill set, especially as you're building and managing people and teams.
Yeah, it's not always easy to be empathetic when stuff's pissing you off on a daily basis. Like you have to try to like blow through the noise and just focus on the good that people do, And if they have issues or they need help, just help them the best way you can.
So I'm assuming that, Dante, you have other friends in the agency space that are also scam. What are some of the challenges that you hear them speaking about as they're building their agency? What are some of the common things that you hear over and over?
I think a lot of people are like wondering, like, at what point do I make my first hire? Because your first hire is like your most important hire. So a lot of people are like wondering when to do that and when to pull the trigger on that. And there's no like perfect answer for that. There is formulas that you can go by to figure out if you're making enough revenue to actually afford that at that time. So you have to run those calculations. But other than that, it's the biggest thing right there.
So for someone that's looking or thinking about their first hire, how would you determine whether they focus on the support with service delivery or somebody to support with acquisition or sales?
Ooh, that's a good question. I usually lead towards the sales side of things more than I do the delivery side of things because while we do 95% of our stuff in house, we do have the ability to outsource too. So I'm not really as worried about getting stuff done as I'm worried about getting new clients. We get it done and we get it done good, but we want to get more done. So we need more work.
More clients, yeah. There's that saying that's always people always mention, you acquire more clients or you can sell your current clients, your happy clients, additional services. You
Mm,
doing both or which one do you typically lean on first?
The latter. So
Acquiring new clients.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say evenly because we service our clients just as well as we try to acquire new ones.
But in terms of servicing, like upsell additional, right? So you could sell additional services to your current clients, which involves like tapping into like new things like a sales coach that can support them? Or is that something that you're just bundling in to make your current offer more valuable?
We actually have a special offer right now for it's called Conversations AI. We actually was called AI Receptionist, but now we rebranded it to Conversations AI. So when that comes out, that'll be pretty exciting. And that's our main kind of flagship thing that we're pushing right now is just the AI reception because it's like an all-in-one sort of voice chat and it's a AI tool that kind of that but it knows everything about your business and your website. It trains on the content of your website, and we have the ability to actually, on the back end, give it more knowledge in the knowledge base just by uploading documents and whatnot about that person's business. And it's pretty remarkable about what it knows. I invite people to go to rocketlocal.ai and try to stump that chatbot on that site because I've never been able to do it. Now, I've never been able to ask it a question it didn't know.
RocketLocal.ai. Whoever can stump the chatbot, you get to come on the show with Dante.
There you go.
Very cool. So, Dante, if you were to give an agency owner that's looking to achieve the level of success that you've been able to achieve, if you were to give them one piece of advice as they're scaling, what would that advice be?
Don't be afraid to embrace AI. A lot of people out there, a lot of agency owners, hopefully not agency owners, but just people in general are like really afraid of it or just like unsure about what it's going to do or anything like that. Just don't be afraid to embrace it and sell more AI services to your clients. Get into that. That's really the wave of the future. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. And you have a tech background as well, right?
Yeah, yeah. I started. Oh my god, man! I started right out of high school. Or actually, I was in University of Maryland, and I got recruited to actually go on the road and install property management systems for these large hotels and resorts. So that's how I got into technology in the first place. And then from there, dude. Then I worked for a hosting provider called Digex, who I saw they went public, and that was exciting. And after that, I just started my own agency.
Yeah, it's still leveraging tech.
Yep, that's it. It was exciting to actually get in because I got in back. I got in back when the dot-com boom was like just happening, and I saw people like spending like $50,000-$60,000 on websites, like stupid websites, and so I was like, hey, that's a good gig to get into. So that's why I started building websites, and then from there, I just knew everything about like hosting environments, DNS, all that stuff. So I was jumping in and changing DNS files and all that stuff is no problem at all. At least it wasn't, and it's still not.
There's a lot of people that are comparing the dot-com boom to the AI boom. Whoa, having been through both, what are the similarities that you see and what are the big differences?
The similarities are that it's a fundamental shift in how we work. That's the similarities. It's just a shift in how we work. And but the thing that's not the same about it is the speed at which it's happening. So it's happening much quicker. Like the dot-com boom, everybody got into building websites or stuff or like e-commerce and things like that. And then I'm sorry, you said
What was the differences between the dot-com boom and the AI boom we're experiencing?
it's the speed and the is the difference. This is happening a lot quicker than the dot-com boom. And the dot-com boom, the bottom fell out of that. And I don't think that's going to happen.
I can totally see both of those points, and I agree. I think that the speed of adoption amongst business owners and service providers, agency owners is insane. It's changing so quick, and things are just becoming so much easier, and people are more receptive, it feels like.
Of course they are. It's everywhere. If you look on YouTube, it's all those videos are all about AI, and anybody that is interested could learn everything about it just by watching the videos and paying attention. Now how you're going to implement it in your own life is another story. That's when you call rocketlocal.ai and figure out how to implement that into your business.
For sure. Dante, what are you focused nationwide, North America? Are you focused in your geographical location? How more about you?
US and Canada. So we sell to both US and Canada. Yeah, if you want to check out, I'm on LinkedIn at like Dante Crescenzi. And then also ImpactWorks.com is one of my businesses. And then rocketlocal.ai is the other agency that I own. And then all the like X, Twitter, all that stuff is just all those links are on the sites.
Okay, cool. So we'll definitely link that into the show notes. What are some final words as you're launching some new exciting products over the next couple months? What are some exciting words that you can share for other business owners that are interested in potentially working with you?
Again, don't be afraid to embrace AI. It's not a bad thing. It's not going to hurt you or do anything like that. So that's my advice is just don't be afraid to just add new AI products to your portfolio and add those new services. If you need help, go to rocketlocal.ai.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll make sure and link those links in the show notes so that people can find you.
That's great, man. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.